This video is based off hundreds of hours of watching top study YouTubers, reading research papers and books, and testing all of these techniques in my daily life to show you how to study. When I start revising, the first thing that I do is write down everything that I can remember. To stop myself getting distracted, because this is really hard work, I normally set a 2-minute timer but make this a bit shorter or longer depending on the topic. And I also use the specification or a textbook to break what I'm revising into smaller topics and then individually write down what I can remember for 2 minutes on each of those subtopics. This is a technique known as blurting, and it's a form of active recall which I first learnt about from the lovely Unjaded Jade. It's the perfect way to kickstart your revision session because firstly it requires you to think and it helps you to identify the weak areas that you need to spend the most time focusing on. To find these weak areas after your blurt, compare your knowledge against the textbook or the spec. Next, spend some time filling in the content gaps in your knowledge. But make sure you do not do this passively. I like to watch YouTube videos and then summarise the information into flashcards as I go. I aim to use colloquial language in these flashcards by following the Feynman technique as though I am explaining the topic to a child or to a friend. The next stage of revising for me is quizzes and past papers. I start with a low level of difficulty by using ChatGPT to quiz me on the topic. This is not perfect at all because ChatGPT doesn't know your mark scheme and occasionally does get information wrong. But for your lowest level of difficulty, it can be quite a fun way of revising the content. The next level of difficulty is using the questions that are in textbooks and that you can find online that aren't actually past paper questions, but are good versions of them. The final level of difficulty is doing actual past papers. Bonus points if you practice using exam conditions as well. Past papers are a great way to use active recall while also getting in to the exam kind of mindset, and they make your actual exams a lot less stressful. So if that's something that you struggle with, then make sure to do extra past paper questions. As you're going through the paper, highlight the areas that you find the most difficult. Even if you get the answer correct, it still shows that you need to spend some more time on these areas, getting them clearer in your head. So then just repeat the steps of watching video tutorials, for example, and making flashcards. My revision does not end here. So obviously once I get my test back, then I have a method for that. I've already made a whole video on that, which I'll link in the description box. Over the next few weeks, I continue with my spaced repetition system to make sure that I don't forget the knowledge that I've just acquired. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, then please consider subscribing. I post very frequently student tips, self-development videos, and much more. Good luck with any tests that you have coming up, and have a lovely day.